Hi, I'm Dave Balkan. I'm the owner of Balkan Sewer and Water Main Service, and I want to give a little tutorial how to do what we call sweating pipe. This is L tubing. It is rigid, unlike K copper. K copper is used for water service lines in New York City. L tubing is used for internal plumbing. You need I'd say about 10 items to do this successfully. I'll name them as I go through this. One of the first keys before I go through this process is if you're doing sweat pipe, if there's any water present inside the line whatsoever, you will not be successful, because when you heat your pipe, you are superheating that water, you are turning it into steam, and that steam will come out the joints that you're trying to sweat closed using solder. So you have to have an outlet for that water or for that steam. Typically, you would make sure you put a union in there somewhere. This is a union. It's called a union because you can take it apart and put it together without really having to move the pipes in any which way. And you loosen the union and the steam will come out of here as opposed to coming out of the joint that you're trying to weld closed. That will not be a recipe for success. Now, the first thing that you have to do, you have to clean each and every end of every pipe that you're going to sweat together. You don't have to go crazy. You just have to rough it up as such. That's it. You can see right away the difference that makes. Now, for the fittings themselves, such as this, the pipe goes inside of this. Use a Y brush. These are elbows. This is actually called a street elbow. Instead of having a little hub on both ends, it only has a hub on one end. So if you have to make a tight turn, you use a street elbow as such. That's the purpose of a street elbow. Now the next thing you have to put on is called flux. What this does is, not only does it allow you to join the line together because it's a lubricant, when you heat it, it acts as a cleaning agent to actually clean the ends of the pipe that you're joining together. The next thing is your solder, which has to be lead-free, has to be completely lead-free. Lead is not allowed to be introduced into the drinking supply, even when you're soldering a joint. Of course, you need a torch. The last thing I want to mention, which I will not have to utilize here, is you need a heat shield. If you're sweating pipe and it's behind a wall, sheetrock, or lumber, you do not want to set your house on fire. You need a heat shield that will deflect the heat away from a flammable article. That is key. All right? This is a self-lighting torch. Here's my solder. So again, you always heat from the bottom up because heat rises. You always heat the fitting and not the pipe. And you always hold the flame far enough away that the flame encircles the pipe itself. And you can test it. Does the solder run? Not yet. That means it's not hot enough yet. There it goes. That's a joint. Next joint. Heat the fitting, not the pipe. Not hot enough yet. That's a joint. That's another joint. Done.